Alrighty, all right. Let's take a look and see how this is sounding. All right, sounds like we're all good. Good to go, pretty much. So, pardon me, clearing my throat, preparing for another installment of Monstrous News with Mongo. Today is July 20th. 2020. And folks, we got quite a few things that we can talk about today. Pardon me again. Just a moment here. Alrighty, folks. So first things first, let's just start off with a little bit of news here on the channel. So this was posted to my Twitter page by me on July 15th. This was the end of the month report, creator monthly report from YouTube. Now, let's see, in the month of July, or I guess, either July or June, however that works. So last month, basically as of July 15th, I had, since the last YouTube report here, monthly report, we've gained 14 subscribers, had 268 views. We're at 645 watch minutes. That's pretty cool stuff. Now, obviously, we have since grown. Since then. And right now we are sitting at 80 subscribers here on the channel. Just want to say a big thank you to everybody, whoever you are and wherever you are. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and commenting too. But as we move along here, there has been quite a few things that I have had the pleasure of watching. We'll start off with a friend of mine, Fanzine Vids. And let's see here. He recently had a very wonderful video on the movie Godzilla. If you recall, we talked about that movie last week on this very same show. And it's a very fun movie. I'm going to copy and paste. So I'm going to copy the link address and I'm going to put that into the chat. So you can never get lost again if you ever want to. Okay, let me open that and make sure that I have the right thing in there. So, okay, I have the right URL in there now. So let me paste that. That's better. That's much better. And okay, now. Okay. So here is the right URL, at least for this chat here. You can also find it on Twitter. And honestly, it's a pretty cool little thing. It's a nice reaction to a wonderful movie trailer for a very funny movie, Godzilla. I also had a chance to react to that video trailer as well. And that was very fun. Just to give you a bit of news behind the curtains, basically. So I wake up on July 18th and I'm thinking, okay, let me check Twitter. I check Twitter and I see Fanzine has this all put up there. He even tagged me in it, which was very nice of him. And I thought, well, I better watch this trailer too. Oh, hey, we got a person in the chat. Man, that is amazing. That's pretty cool. We have Severon. Very cool. Hail Mongo. Hail Severon. Very glad. So basically, we're just going through a few things here. There's something I'm just trying to do every Monday. Every Monday at around noon, I come on to here. I stream for maybe about 30 minutes or so, go through some kaiju news. Here's a nice little reaction that Fanzine Vids had to the movie trailer for Godzilla. Let me see. I also have a reaction to that trailer, but either way, I would definitely recommend checking that out. I'm going to go onto YouTube right now. I'm going to search up that Godzilla trailer and I will post that in the chat because it's a pretty fun it's a fun little thing. It's a fun movie here. Alrighty, I'm going to put that right in there. Chat, and there it goes. Notzilla. There's the link to that down in the live stream chat there. And let's see. Let's kind of mosey on along here. Fanzine Vids again. He's a great dude. Very supportive. And, if you watch that video, you'll even see a little bit of good old Mongo. You'll see a little bit of me out there. So it'd be pretty cool. So let's see. Whoa. And we also have, speaking of fanzine vids, we have him here. Share the stream and smash that like button. Do as the man says. He's a cool dude. He knows his stuff. So let's see, just moving on here, we got just some nice little things here to look at. Some merchandise has been announced here and there. Among those is some new pins, enamel pins from Mondo, from Mondo. These will be released by Walmart, and they feature a variety of images. We have Godzilla. Looks beautiful. I love enamel pins. I'm a huge pin guy. You have Mothra. You have Hedorah, or AKA the Smog Monster. You also have Gigan. Then further down, we also have Mechagodzilla and Rodan. Very cool, very cool. As you kind of go scrolling along down here, you can find these on Walmart.com. And you can also find them on this link here to mondoshop.com. And yeah, I am very excited to eventually check out my local Walmart. It's been a while, but hey, you got to roll with the punches, as they say. And these pins will be going for roughly $10 each, and they will be shipped by October 1st at the latest. So it's very cool, very nice stuff there. And of course, this information is provided by Kaiju News Outlet. Very nice Twitter page. They're pretty good. They do often post their sources and links to the news that they get. And yeah, I totally recommend watching them or following them, I guess, for your Kaiju news. But alrighty, so we're gradually winding down on the amount of tabs that I have open. And it's always a move. It's always a process to get through all these tabs. So pardon me, folks. Let me cough for a second. Little bit of a cough, little bit of a drink of water. So we also have really some news that we've known about for a while. But this comes straight from NECA, the toy company, here on Twitter. And obviously, earlier in the week, we had this very sad news that NECA would be ending their selling of Godzilla merchandise. Very sad day. Come mid-August, we will no longer be selling Godzilla merchandise. This will be your last opportunity to purchase NECA-branded Godzilla products. Once these are gone, they're gone. All orders will be accepted in order on a first-come, first-served basis. And of course, NECA has confirmed this. This is something that they warned about back in March. So it's very sad to see them, their license end. We have Gargantucast here with, of course, Luke Skywalker saying, no, all those kind of things. Personally, it's a sad day, but, we've had a fun time with it. And obviously, if you're into collecting figures, take the opportunity to go through Amazon, go through eBay, go through whatever sources you can. Find these NECA figures. If there's a NECA figure you want, get it before the price starts to skyrocket. Because that's always the That's always the way these things go, whether it's a movie or a toy or any kind of figure or any kind of merchandise. Once the producer starts, finishes producing these items and stops holding the licensing rights to these items, the prices skyrocket on eBay and other third-party sources. Well, alrighty there. So, speaking of toys and other things, we're going to move on to a few images released by Playmates Toys, and I'm going to share the screen again. We're moving on. We're moving through our tabs here. So we have some new listings for 11-inch Godzilla and King Kong figures. These are being released by Playmates Toys, and they have appeared online. This is official D-Man 1954. He's a really cool dude. I don't watch his channel nearly as much as I oughta, but I do enjoy looking at his Twitter page. So we have a few images here. We have the, we have a Godzilla, which is noticeably a lot more bluish and grayish when compared to the Jakks Pacific Godzillas from King of the Monsters. And then we have the Kong, and I'm actually really liking the Kong here. I do think his feet kind of look funny, how they're kind of hairy, semi-hairy, and then it's like he's wearing little gloves on his feet, little gloves with cut off fingers on his toes, I guess. But yeah, I think those are pretty neat. There has been a little bit of a pushback from just the community at large in regards to these figures and the designs. Obviously, when it comes to Godzilla and King Kong, there's only so much you can really do, at least for these types of toy companies, that will be both functional for children and safe for them to use. Personally, I'm fine with them. I do like the color difference here, because obviously sometimes you can just mix and match figures and it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, so those are the Playmates 11-inch Godzilla and Kong figures, and yeah, let's mosey on along here. Let's keep on moving. We also have another post here from D-Man. D-Man 1954. I do love saying his name, I guess. So we'll open up another tab here. And here's some images of just how they have progressed, Playmates Toys, and how they've progressed as they have been enhancing and evolving their sculpts of the King Kong figures. So here are some initial figures that they've released of King Kong. Here on screen, obviously, we have one, and I think his head seems a little funky to me. It's a little funny looking. It seems just a little too small and a little too large, maybe. I can't quite put my finger on what is up with this Kong head. And now we're going to look at another one, another older one. And this looks a little bit better. I'm not a huge fan of the coloration on the fur here. It just seems a little too light brown. And, I do think that's a step in the right direction. I definitely say it's a step in the right direction there. And then we come to, of course, this image here of the 11-inch King Kong, which honestly I think looks very good. It looks amazingly great. I love the face sculpt on there. He has this little goatee of sorts down on his chin. They kept it simple by, obviously he's just going to have very limited articulation at the arms and then possibly at the feet. I don't think the legs will be able to move at all, really. And then we have this figure that is also being released by Playmates. This is a very evil looking Kong, a noticeably demonic looking King Kong, holding what appears to be an axe made from what might be the spinal or the spinal plate of a Godzilla. Now, it could be that. Initially, I was thinking, oh, it's just a bunch of crystals, but a lot of people online have been saying that it looks more like a dorsal plate from Godzilla, and I guess that makes a lot more sense. Obviously, here you see he's going to be around 6 inches tall. The articulation on this guy is actually pretty impressive looking. You have not only, an arm swivel, you have arm joints, you're going to have elbow joints here. You're going to have leg and knee joints, which I think is going to be really nice. I do think it looks, I still think it looks very demonic. And you're also going to have this small little jigsaw piece over here. If you notice, there is a line here, which is a feature of this figure to simulate battle damage. And assumedly, there's also going to be a Godzilla figure that will be released alongside this one that will also have a similar battle damage effect. So it's always great. And I love D-Man's optimism here, saying, say what you will about Playmates, at least they are giving us new sculpts every time rather than reskinning their old stuff. Always nice to see. Always nice to see innovation, especially with toy companies. And let's see, we'll keep on moseying along here. And we have some news in regards to the actual upcoming film, Godzilla vs. Kong, which will hopefully be released next year in May 2021. So very briefly, I'll share another tab. That's the usual order of operations here. I go on to StreamYards and then I open up probably roughly 10 to 20 tabs in order to share the screen with you guys. As time goes on, as the stream goes on, the tabs grow fewer and hopefully the quality improves. But here we go. This is from Kaiju News Outlet regarding a new plot summary for Godzilla vs. Kong. The description was attached to the new Playmates Toys Godzilla vs. Kong figure listings. So let me read it for you, folks. Legends collide as Godzilla and Kong, the two most powerful forces of nature, clash in a spectacular battle for the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our world as the spectacular secret realm of the Titans known as the Hollow Earth is revealed. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that term, the Hollow Earth, that is something that has been touched on mostly in Kong Skull Island and also in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Both movies do cite these theories and prove that these theories, at least in the realm of the MonsterVerse, are correct. And it also helps to explain how Godzilla is able to travel from one part of the world to another so quickly. He simply swims through these large underwater caverns that go through the Earth. Obviously, hopefully not the center of the Earth, because that would really be a bit of a hot situation right there. Anyhow, that's pretty interesting stuff. It pretty much could mean anything. It could just mean, Occam's razor here. It could just mean, hey, there's going to be two monsters fighting. And they might fight underground, possibly. So here's looking forward to whatever other news we get along those lines. And with these new Playmates toys, the listings, we've been finding some new information and some new images that I think will greatly appeal to monster fans. Now we're going to go to GodzillaMovieNews.com. Very nice website page. And I will link this to you guys right now. I'll put this in the chat. Copy, and we paste that right here. It's a nice website. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of, just staying up to date on these monster movies. So, with these new toys, the Playmate toys, a brand new banner for Godzilla vs. Kong has been revealed. And it's a logo and a piece of artwork that it's kind of been seen, that we've kind of seen here and there. But I got to say, it looks pretty nice. And here it is, folks. There it is. Let me try and zoom in for you guys. Okay, zooming in does not work. Oh, wait, no, Control plus. There we go. I was holding Alt plus. Very, very noobish mistake here. Control plus plus plus. And what do we got? Yeah, that's a pretty decent close up, I guess. So pretty much, yeah, it looks pretty nice. You got Godzilla, you got King Kong. Kong's got them teeth. Godzilla's got some teeth. I like the blue with the Godzilla. Kong, he's kind of more of an orangish, kind of matching brownish orange, kind of to match the color on his name there. Gotta say, I'm liking it. I think it is very nice. You can find more Godzilla news on GodzillaMovies.com. Link has been put into the chat. And let's see here. We also we have a few more images here. A few more images. And let's see, we'll go to Kaiju News Outlet again to take a look at a very blurry image of Godzilla and King Kong fighting on an aircraft carrier. Now, of course, folks, it's very low quality. It was funny. And this is, of course, on the back of a box. Here is a picture of that image there. Also with the little plot summary that we read off earlier in the show. And don't worry, folks, I also have another tab open for a better quality image of that scene there. Here we go. And this was done by, assumedly, I'm guessing, Juju Commissions Open. She has very nice art. And this is a much better image there. And I think it looks phenomenal. I'd love to see that on a movie poster. That'd pretty much be what I'd want to see on a movie poster. Hopefully, when posters do come out, we get something that has the same type of energy and excitement that we see here. Obviously, this year, not years ago, but months ago, possibly even last year, we did have partial leak of a scene of pretty much what is happening in this image. Kong preparing to punch Godzilla in his reptilian chin. And there was a lot of criticism. And with this now newer high resolution image, there still is criticism, mostly citing that both of these titans are gigantic, and now they're both standing on an aircraft carrier fighting, which, you know, a lot of people are criticizing that, saying, how is that ship still floating? These are million-ton creatures that are standing on top, and not only standing on it, but like fighting, of course. And personally, I'm okay with this. I don't really mind at all. I don't think that they're going to stay fighting on top of that ship for very long. If I had to guess, you know, there are a couple different scenarios that I played with in my head. Like, let's say, okay, Kong is laying on top of this giant super aircraft carrier, and then all of a sudden he senses Godzilla coming. And then Kong wakes up and he's like, okay, let's do this. And then Godzilla just swan dives up out of the ocean and jumps onto there, or something like that. We're already aware of some of the abilities that Godzilla has had. Like looking at King of the Monsters, Godzilla is able to break through the ice in the Antarctic and attack King Ghidorah pretty much just by propelling himself through the water. So the way I see it, if he's able to do that, then he should also be able to propel himself out of the water enough to at least climb onto this aircraft carrier without flipping the whole ship over. It could be possible that this aircraft carrier has its anchors down. And there's a lot of possibilities if this scene is even in the movie. That's the thing. I'm not thoroughly convinced that that will happen in the movie, but either way, I'd love to see that on a poster. And let's see here. So, just to briefly tell you about what I've done this week. Earlier this week, probably on, let me see, either Friday or Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday. I decided to go onto Netflix and watch a series known as Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the series, I'd recommend, going to check it out. It's a pretty straightforward series. Well, in the technical, even in a simple sense, it's a pretty easy series to understand on the surface. Basically, you have giant robots, or yeah, you essentially have giant robots piloted by humans fighting against organic monsters known as angels. And as the series goes on, there is quite a bit of psychological commentary that is presented to the viewer. There's a lot of drama, and there's a lot of feelings that are shared as you progress through that series. Personally, I thought it was a very good watch. I enjoyed pretty much all of it. It's a single season on Netflix. There are 26 episodes. I understand that there's also a remake or a reboot series that has been, I think it's on 2 seasons right now. It has a third season in production. There's also 2 movies on Netflix. There's Evangelion Death, which is basically just a recap of the entire first season of the original series. And there's also Death or End of Evangelion, which is basically a final conclusion to the original Evangelion series. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, it gets pretty weird. It gets pretty weird. It gets pretty nuts. It's bloody and violent, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed watching that. And it is directed by Hideaki Anno, who is a pretty cool dude. I mean, I don't know him personally. I don't know anybody personally who makes these things, but I enjoyed his work in directing Shin Godzilla from 2016. As I watched Evangelion, I did notice quite a few very fun nods, very fun musical tracks that were reused from Evangelion and put into Shin Godzilla. It was very nice. It was very cool too, and you could definitely feel his style and motivation in that movie. So, very briefly, folks, you probably noticed the icon that I have right now. It's the usual Mongo's Big Thinks, with a pineapple and a nice big red circle. But there is a little tiny guy peeking into the little icon here. And that, of course, is not Zilla. Of course, that is an upcoming spoof movie that is coming out. If you're interested in learning a bit more about that, you can check out the last episode of this show. That would be Monstrous News with Mongo, July 13th, where I read a little bit about Notzilla. Also had a wonderful chance and opportunity to watch a lovely reaction video to the trailer from Fanzine Vids, and we have the link of that in the chat here. There it is right now. If you scroll up, you can click on that. I might as well put in a link to my reaction. Just because it makes sense. Let me get that situated for you, folks. And here is the link to my reaction of that movie trailer. It's a very funny looking movie. The trailer is hilarious, and I think it's pretty great. Check it out. I made this for the thumbnail for that video. Altered it a little bit. Just cut out not Zilla's face here and put it in the icon. I really like it. Hopefully, you guys get enthralled by this wonderful little movie trailer. And to round out our little show for today, I just want to talk about an event that is coming this weekend, folks. And that is known as Cyber Kaiju Event, the Cyber Kaiju Event. And let me share the screen here. So let me see here. I first heard about this from Steven's Toy Reviews. He has a channel on YouTube, and he also has a Twitter page here. He's pretty cool. He does a lot of reviews for figures, and he basically had a video come out. Let me scroll down here. He had a video come out talking about this event. Now, let me keep on scrolling down. Here we go. This is the video where he announces the stay-at-home Cyber Kaiju event. So let me copy that link address and put that in the chat. Okay, no, it's not that one. It's not that. Okay, so let me try this again. I'm going to physically click on that.
Well, it's time.
Okay, here's Steven. I'm going to mute it just because I don't want anything to get too crazy up in here. Okay, let me get back to here. Now I'm going to post this in the chat. There we go. Here it goes. There we go. There's a link there that just briefly describes what the Cyber Kaiju event is. Basically, since there are no, giant monster conventions, there's not going to be any kaiju conventions this year, which is really sad. So a lot of YouTubers in the kaiju community are going to be posting videos this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here is the here's a list and schedule that they have that Steven posted here. We have our 3 p.m. kickoff on Friday, and that would be July 24th. And they also got 10 a.m. we have kicks off on Saturday, and 10 a.m. on Sunday is when it also kicks off again. It's a great little thing here. Check it out. If you go on to Twitter, you type in hashtag CyberKaiju, you'll get a nice little list here of several different Twitters and YouTubers who are also doing their thing, ranging from giveaways such as this post here from Scorpio Caesar for Ultraman Orb and various other giveaways here. Got some really fun stuff, and I'm really looking forward to this. Last week, actually earlier this month, we had the Kaiju Con Live on online event, which was very cool. You can take a look at that in the channel here, on my channel, if you're interested, of course. You got a lot of great stuff here. And they encourage a lot of creators to post videos with this hashtag CyberKaiju. And so, folks, because of that, I thought, okay, this is pretty dope. I'm definitely going to do this or try to do something. So look forward to at least 1 or 2 videos that will be coming out from me. That'll coincide with this Cyber Kaiju event. And yes, it is really cool, Severon. Really cool. I like that. And, folks, I'm looking forward to that. You can also put that into YouTube. So let me share my YouTube tab here. This is the last tab. Last tab, folks. You can type in hashtag CyberKaiju into your search bar on YouTube, and you're already going to get a pretty wide range of little videos here. Among them is Figure Mania Show, and I gotta tell you guys, I love this dude on Twitter. I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel, but he's going to have a Cyber Kaiju toy photography class, and he does amazing pictures and amazing edits, and it's such a cool thing to see. And it really makes me want to contribute to this wonderful, diverse community. For the same reasons why I watched Evangelion, I want to be, diversify the amount of giant monster media that I'm intaking, And also share that love with other people, because there's always something great about giant monsters that really captures my imagination. The sheer size and power of these creatures, they're essentially forces of nature that man tries to fight against and contain. But folks, that's pretty much all I got to say. That's pretty much all the news as well that I have to report to you guys today. Big thanks to all you guys who came in, Severon and Fanzine Vids. And yeah, it was very cool having you guys in the chat. This is the third week of me doing this. And honestly, I don't mind talking to myself because, I do that a lot. Just kidding, folks. I don't do that too much. But anyhow, it's very nice. It's always nice to have someone in the chat. And oh, speak of the devil, we have AFK Bard with a hey Mongo. Hey, AFK Bard. Hope you're doing well. We're just coming towards the end of this little video here. And yeah, I hope you like the little icon. I kind of edited up a bit and I putted me monster. No, I can't even talk now. I'm at the end of this thing. But I put a little monster here, not Zilla. And yeah, anyhow. So that's AFK Bard, if you're not aware. She's really cool. I really enjoy interacting with her, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitter or wherever else. And yeah, oh, she says, sorry I'm late. Nah, that's okay. No biggie. And she says, super cute. Yep, that thing is super cute. And yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I'm going to end this thing right now. We're at 36 minutes. I usually try to keep this around 32, 35 minutes. So yeah, thanks again. Like, honestly, big thanks to everybody who has come in here. There's been some wonderful help and support with the YouTube channel. I love interacting with you guys on Twitter. It's really fun, and I really appreciate all the stuff that you guys do. And yeah, I'm not going to get too emotional on you guys. You don't need me getting all sappy on you. So I'm going to end the stream, guys. Love you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.